Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
And how are you? We've missed you. We're happy to be back. We're happy to have you with us. And yeah, this is the way Tuesday nights should be. 7 p.m. Nerd Cave show. All of you here, us, we like this.
I
This
have
is
my
happy
clothes
time.
on, which is a positive thing.
You have no idea how positive that is, folks. I'm just saying. But on that note, I'm going to turn it over to Ray, and we're going to get the show going. So, here we go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful, joyous, always questionable.
Highly questionable.
Nerd Cave
Suspect,
show.
even.
Suspect. That's one we have not. Have we used that one before?
I don't know if we have or not, but we are now.
Mandy! Good
Mandy's
evening,
here.
man.
Hi, Mandy.
Oh, so happy to see you guys. I am having a great couple of days. Other than, bunch of deployments are going on at the office across the network. Beyond that, everything's going relatively well. Lots to talk about. Can we just stop for a minute and tell DC that you can't just dump that much on us in a couple of days span? Like, we've got so much DC stuff we can't even get to it all, and I'm just sitting there like.
Exactly. Wait
Exactly.
a minute. Just chill. Hang on.
Exactly.
Just the tip.
they gave us the whole baseball bat, what they did. Oh, man. But no.
It's going to be interesting, though.
So much. If you guys were listening, I was hinting at a special guest. He was supposed to make it on tonight, and I am going to talk about it later in the show. You got to be watching, because I've got a segment that'll include him. But the gentleman will be on with us next week. Couldn't quite make it tonight. Had a couple of prior obligations, but next week we'll have him. I'll talk more about it later in the show. Beard, how have you been?
I have not been too bad. I've been having a pretty good week, I guess, up until my brakes decided to go funny. But hey, that's life. It happens. And we jump back into it and keep it going.
Exactly.
I can't complain.
Everything's been going great. I'm kind of waiting for Ellen to get in here. I'm hoping she will, because she sent us some goodies. And one of them, if you guys saw my social media post, was this one. And I got to make sure that I'm supposed to open this on the show, or if I'm supposed to wait. I believe I know what's in here, because she did message me. But I'm going to give it a little bit. We'll probably open this up a little bit later. I will show this, because one, I want to show you. This is another one that Ellen sent us. But I want to show this for another reason. So she got me this. And Ellen's here. There she is. All right. So, Ellen, are we supposed to open? Is this one I have to open on? Is this supposed to be opened on the show, or am I supposed to hold on to this and do this at a later time? You got to let me know. So, a little bit of a delay here, so I'm waiting for her to reply back.
Yeah.
But this is the other one. She sent me one more, and I'm a little upset because Amazon. This is literally what I got.
Wow.
Like, this was supposed to be this little, it's called the Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear, 9 million Scoville. It's a 5-minute challenge. And I literally got the world's most abused box.
Now, Ellen responded, but all she said was make sure to read the cards.
Read the cards. Well, okay, are the cards on the inside, or are you talking about the card that's here on the outside? Because I saw that. Yeah, and it says, okay, so you did ask for this, laugh out loud. Have some ice cream on standby, from Ellen. I think I know I think you told me what this was. I was just making sure that this was specifically that. And I believe this is, it's a game.
Yeah. Is it a game?
Yeah. Oh, but this little Amazon.
Well, Carrie, you could say that.
Yeah, this is the 5-minute world's hottest gummy bear. Now, for the amount of money I think she had to pay for this little gummy bear, it is a 5-minute challenge. I'm supposed to eat this. Let me put it up here so you can kind of see it. But they mangled the crap out of the box, and
You're gonna want some milk and some.
It's supposed to be the Little Nitro challenge.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this. This is going to be. I'm going to have my daughter time me on it. That way she can be a part of my suffering. which you guys know is always a good thing. But
Ellen says you may open now.
Oh, I may open. Dude, is this... No, well, Not Xmas. Sorry. We're going to open this. And I think I know what's in here. I believe she told me what this was. But I figured I'd open this on the air, so I'm going to open it. It's a green packaging. It's the Amazon nice leaves for those of you listening on the podcast. So
You
I'm
got
going
to
to open
read
this,
the card.
and it's already... Yeah, the card's right here.
No, it says you got to read the card from the bear. Oh, from the bear. Was there a card on that?
There's the only thing that was in there was the little deal that came inside the box. That's it. It didn't get, that's the extent of the packaging. Let me see here.
I'm afraid. Well, while you're checking that, I am going to respond to a comment here real quick.
Go ahead.
Lady Duke, hey, yeah, we wish you could be with us too, but hey, school is important, and that's what you're doing. So
that's all there was.
And yes,
Amazon neglected to put everything in the packaging.
Figures.
Poor box. What did you? I didn't do nothing. It's the way Amazon shipped it. Well, I'll say Amazon shipped it. You see, look, they shipped it when it's wrapped in their gift wrap. They'll take care of it. You didn't buy the gift wrap.
Yep.
Smash.
Smash
they
box.
give it to the disgruntled employees.
Like Ray.
True. I think I know what this is, though.
I'm afraid.
Yes, these are them. So
Ay.
These are called the toe of Satan.
I'm gonna be sucking on Satan's toe.
Let me pull one of these out because I'm going to read it. And this is not for this week. This is going to be for next week. We got to prepare.
Alan says that the bear was supposed to have a card that said "Don't sue me."
No card. They didn't include anything with it.
Carrie says, "Wow, Ellen, can I give you my address?"
Oh, that's a hard candy. All right, so
I'm afraid. I'm
from
more afraid
Flamethrower
than
Candy Company comes possibility
insects.
the hottest candy on the planet. Do you dare attempt to conquer the sinister lollipop? The toe of Satan has been spawned from a devastating 9 million Scoville unit chili extract guaranteed to scorch any mortal's tongue. Can you survive 5 whole minutes of intense heat? Yeah, so Ellen sent us, both me and the beard, the toe of Satan. So I think this is going to be. Should we do this as a special, or should we do this as next week's? The problem is, if I'm crying, it's going to be hard to do the show.
I'm thinking we should do it as a special. I'm thinking we're going to have a hard time doing the show after 9 million Scovilles of heat in our mouths.
Exactly.
So, and I've heard that we might want to have some like milk and some other various
that's the other thing I was
things
talking
on
about.
hand.
We're going to need some preparation.
Yeah.
All right.
And we might need some serious happy juice for after the fact.
Something to calm the deal. All right. Calm the nerves back down. All right, so let's get back into it because we had a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot here to discuss.
Yes,
and
we do.
It's going to be hard not to trim down because we're going to go into a lot of discussion. The Batman trailer got released. Teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely, beyond anything I'm going to say here, I'm going to go watch it.
I will also.
Because
Eventually.
I like it, the darker tone they're going with.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they're doing. If anybody's noticed, they've been discussing doing a Gotham PD for a while now. And,
seriously, have ice cream on standby.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a good one.
Yeah.
So, what we do know from the Batman trailer is, this is going to be like... This is one thing that's got me a little upset. This is yet another origin story.
I'm with you on that
But
one.
I'm giving it a little bit of leeway. It's like, yeah, we need to have Batman's origin story retold again.
Do we, though? I mean, do we really need it told again?
Here's the thing. I'm giving Robert... I'm not judging Robert Pattinson on his portrayal of Batman yet. What I don't like is the overly emo tone or look. The long hair, stuff like that. He just doesn't have the... And from the pictures I saw, he doesn't have the staple, broad-shouldered Bruce Wayne look. Even at a younger age, he was just that pinnacle look. He was the jock. He was the big, CEO, stuff like that. He had that look, and that's something that carried out throughout all the comics. The majority of them. I know there were some others that took a different look on him. But I'm kind of giving that a little bit of I'm giving it a little bit of a pass. I'm reserving final judgment on that. The one thing that's hard for me to look at is the Batmobile. That one is very, very difficult for me to pass on.
I liked this Batmobile because it wasn't like all the other ones, which all the other ones were like all the other ones.
They took some inspiration from some of the original ones, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Why is the engine exposed? Hey, look, shoot here and the Batmobile's dead in the water. Really?
That was beautiful, Ray. I'm just saying, I loved that. That was great.
I'm sorry. The engine exposed has nothing to do with being tactile. That has everything to do, look at me, I look cool.
It's emo, bro. It's emo. That's the thing. That's the way it's going. You said it yourself. It's got the emo tone. It's got the emo feel. The car goes right along with it. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. He does. And the car goes right along with it. No, I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying.
And the problem is it looks like, now maybe this is the first iteration of the Batmobile they're going with, and it's a bare bones. But I don't think somebody that is intelligent and thinks so far ahead would go, it's okay to have the engine exposed with the bad guys having guns. It's fine.
I hear what you're saying, Ray, but I think we don't know. They might be going with a completely different direction with this Batman.
That is nothing more. I'm sorry. That is nothing more than somebody go, that looks cool. Yeah. Knowing nothing about the Batman. And I'm sorry. We've never had in any of the comics that I'm aware of, unless someone can correct me, never had a Batmobile where the engine was completely exposed. Every Batmobile was like...
They were all like tanks.
Exactly.
They were all like tanks. They were supercars, if you will.
They were designed...
They were designed.
They knew they were going to be under gunfire. Batman always knew that he was going to have people shoot at him. They were going to have issues. If he's got the engine exposed, why isn't somebody going to go up and start just messing? It's a Batmobile. Ha ha, I'm going to take stuff off of it. It doesn't make any sense. And I know they're going to go, well, it's, creative liberty. It's like, I get that. I'm allowing that with the Bruce Wayne look and the younger Batman look. I'm kind of allowing that, but I'm sorry. It's kind of hard. And to have a more car look to the Batmobile, I'm okay with that too. The front end looks absolutely amazing. My biggest complaint is the exposed engine. It's just...
Like Carrie's saying, they're probably just going for the wow factor, and that's probably what it is.
But the front of the car gives more of a wow factor than the engine exposed. Right. The engine exposed just says, we don't know what we're doing.
I hear you, but all I'm saying is like Carrie's saying, it's a different angle. It hasn't been done before.
There's a reason why. Here's the thing.
I hear you.
Batman with the big deals come up, that's fine. Batman with the tumbler. I was able to get behind that because, okay, he took a tank and repurposed it, and that was the first Batmobile, and the other one. I got behind that. The crazy wild things they've done with the Batmobile, but there's always been a common theme of the Batman had to have a very versatile tank.
Yeah, like Eric just said, the Batmobile is virtually indestructible.
Exactly, and I'm sorry, but a Batmobile with the most critical component, the engine, that is easily disable, that can easily disable, isn't a Batmobile. And I know I'm going on one of those weird tirades, but I'm sorry. I'm not letting this go.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. I'm curious to see how they're going to pull it off. I'm sure they will. It's probably going to leave a lot of people looking at the screen going, but that doesn't make any sense. And I mean, come on. It's a new Batman story. It's another origin story.
It is, and that's the one. That to me was another. It's another slight negative, and I get what they're trying to do. But here's the thing, and I understand why they're doing it. And that's why I'm kind of like, okay, it's another origin story, but I'm kind of giving it a pass because of what they're doing. Now, if those of you guys don't know, they're tying, or
like Alan said, you're looking for logic in a world driven by money.
Exactly. No, I know that. But here's the thing. if you guys haven't heard, they're coming out with a show called Gotham PD, and this is actually Gotham during its heyday of being, just before and during when Batman arrives, and this is when Gotham is at its most, has been the most corrupt. Police have been corrupted. City officials have been corrupted. This is the point, and they're making a show. It's not about Batman. It's about the police force that is trying to get their city back, or at least the few police officers that are trying to get the city back from their own corrupt, police and stuff.
So it's basically a new TV show that's a spinoff of the TV show that just ended.
No. It is Gotham PD is the precursor to the Batman.
Gotham PD,
that's coming out
prior to the Wayne's murder and young Bruce Wayne?
No. This is, okay, the Batman is basically Batman coming in and trying to help clean up the city. Gotham PD is a television show about the Gotham PD just before the movie, just before that happens.
Right, I got you.
From what I've been able to gather.
Yeah.
And I find that absolutely amazing. This is the one thing that's got me hooked. I think that's absolutely amazing. They got a television show that I've been very, very excited and I'm very much looking forward to. Mm-hmm. But that television show is what's leading up to the Batman.
I got you. Okay, all right.
So if you go and watch Gotham PD, that is what's happening just before the movie The Batman.
I got you. Okay, all right.
And I think that's absolutely amazing. I'm so on board just for that. And then they heard it with me with the Batmobile. Now I'm going to say this much. I'm going to say this much. They did one thing. I was like, I like this, but I don't like this. I like this, and I don't like this. And you guys might notice I'm going after little details because that's what I'm looking at. I'm sorry, it's just what I do. There's one thing. Oh, man. The one thing they pulled off. And I was just like, finally! Like, no other Batman movie has ever done this.
Now,
and it's one thing that has always bothered me, and even when Michael Keaton did it, it drove me bonkers. Absolutely nuts.
I need to know now.
When he pulls the mask off, he still has black paint around his eyes. Now, if you remember from the Batman movies, Michael Keaton would have the mask on, had black around his eye, grab the hood, take it off, and all of a sudden, all the makeup's gone. Magically. And that drove me absolutely nuts. In this movie, he still has the black paint on his eye. Little details like that. That is just like, you guys nailed it.
Ellen says that she wishes they would use the Cops theme song for Gotham PD. That would be hilarious.
So yeah, no, I am extremely excited just for that. It's like there's a few little things that I'm nitpicking about, and then I'm catching little subtle things that I've been like the Batman fans have been going nuts for a long time, and all of a sudden we're seeing this movie, we're like, they paid attention. So it's like there's things that are driving me nuts, and then there's things that are making me go. So it's just I'm kind of at that point right there. So no matter what I say here, I am going to be those people. I'm probably going to go see it several times. So even though I'm complaining, those you guys, saying, I'm going to be in the movie theaters a couple of times, if not a couple of times, buying the Blu-ray and then streaming it online, just trying to catch all those little nuances.
I'm sorry. I was looking at what Robert Pattinson said and working on his voice. For the Batman.
Yes.
He reveals a surprising inspiration for his disguised growls. Mm-hmm. The inspiration is Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
And I can hear that now that I think back to watching the trailer. I can see that. I can see where he did that. I'm a Willem Dafoe fan. Willem Dafoe is a great actor. I'm still one of those people that wants to see Willem Dafoe be the Joker. Because I think that...
I think he would make an amazing, maniacal... calculating Joker. He would. He's definitely got the look for it, and so many people have makeup to
Yeah. Then the
Photoshopped
CG.
him.
I love that because I think that would be great. I think that would bring a whole new level to the Joker.
He's got the Joker look.
I mean, look at the way he did Green Goblin.
Now, here's another one that drove me, like, I didn't believe it until I saw it. Colin Farrell is playing Penguin. And his makeup...
I can see that.
And he was not Colin Farrell. So I am... if his acting is on par with his look, we are going to get a phenomenal Penguin. And I'm so excited for this. I am so excited for someone to really do a phenomenal job with the Penguin. So that's another thing that's got me going, oh, yeah! So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Now, I saw Colin Farrell, the few shots of him, and I was just like, I didn't know who it was. I was like, who is that playing? And they're like, it's like, that's not Colin Farrell. It looks nothing like him. And sure enough, it was him. The other Catwoman, who is that? That's, what's her name? What's her name's daughter? We got Catwoman, Carmen Falcone, Penguin, and the Riddler's supposed to be in there too.
Peter Skarsgård is going to be.
Paul Dano will be playing the Riddler, and I'm kind of interested in seeing how he pulls that off. I think it's going to be good. Alfred Molina as a Joker would be great. Oh, that doesn't sound bad. I think we're a little Jokered out for right now. We need to we need to have a little bit of a break with the Joker, and I think this is a good one. Let's see here. What's her name? And I have a hard time saying her name. But what's her name that's playing Catwoman? Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz is playing Catwoman. Ooh. And she has the look to it too. She looked phenomenal, and the fact that she doesn't have the full leather, it's like she's just got the little ears because it looks like she kind of handmade her little Catwoman kind of mask. I thought that was an awesome touch because that's kind of her, her starting point as Catwoman. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Miss Kravitz play Catwoman. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to see Andy Serkis playing Alfred.
That one's going to be interesting, too.
That one's going to be interesting because Andy Serkis can play some characters. He can bring them to life.
Yeah.
And Alfred is, I like how for a long time people just considered Alfred the butler. It was way before they realized the actual role that Alfred played in Bruce Wayne and Batman's existence. So I'm really curious to see that. I'm looking forward to that.
John Turturro will be playing Carmine Falcone. Carmine Falcone, the mob boss.
Yeah,
which is going to be interesting. I'm really curious to they bring him in.
Paul Dano's Riddler. I'm curious to see that. I like how they say that we know not to expect anything similar to Jim Carrey's Riddler. I think Jim Carrey played a great comic book Riddler.
He was more on par with the original television series,
and that was great.
I appreciated it.
But for this,
but that was also a really, really bad Batman movie. So let's.
Well, yes, it was. I'm not. I'm agreeing
they
with
went
you
more
there
with
completely.
They went more with the what do you call that? What's the style of that TV show was? Just real funny, real. I can't remember what they called it. But
Mad TV.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
The thing that bothered me so much about that, and I get that Batman was supposed to be ready for anything, but it was like when they were on the ice, and all of a sudden they had no idea they were going to need ice skates. But you know what, boy, all they had to do was click their heels, and the blades came out, and they were ready to ice skate. Mm-hmm. Little things like that bothered me. It's like, let Batman and Robin let them mess up. Okay, we got to be ready for next time.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't do that. And that always drove me crazy about that movie. Like how whatever came up, they were already ready for it. It's like, I get they're superheroes, but come on.
So, yeah, Matt Reeves is who's directing it. So that's I'm kind of giving into it. But yeah, the spinoff is Gotham PD, and that's going to be on HBO Max. So, if you get anybody who has HBO Max, and honestly, that is getting. Did you hear what they're doing with that? They're sucking it like the Disney or the DC. Like AT&T has taken a lot of the multiple little things that they had created, like the DC universe. That's now being absorbed into HBO Max.
Is it really?
Yes. So that's how I got Harley Quinn. That's how I got so many. Like I'm rewatching all my Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm watching the Harley Quinn television show, the latest Harley Quinn movies on there. And let's come on. Let's give it up for. I still think when it comes to the last Harley Quinn movie, you guys haven't seen it, please watch it. It's actually I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd say the only part that upset me was one, Huntress was a little too weak. I don't think they did that character any justice. And two, the fight scenes could have been better choreographed. I thought the fight scene choreography was a little bit. The stuff they did between the female anti-heroes, is the best way to put it. I thought a lot of that stuff was really, really awesome, like handing a scrunchie. And how did she change her how did she change her shoe so fast? All of a sudden Harley Quinn coming out on roller skates. I thought that was all well done. It was just the choreography of the fight scenes were just bad.
So
they were cheesy.
Ellen says Benedict Cumberbatch as Alfred.
Lexi! She's in there. She says, I'm Batman.
Alexia, how are you?
Benedict Cumberbatch. See, here's the thing. Benedict Cumberbatch is one of those names you can mess up really. It doesn't matter how bad you mess up his name, you still don't know who you're talking about.
True.
You can, I've seen those memes, and people are like, yeah, you still know who you're talking about. So there you go. The Batman, I'm still, like I said, I'm somewhat on the fence on it. I'm definitely excited to see it. I definitely want to see it. Gotham PD, I'm very much excited to see. I'm still, but then again, it's not the first time it's not, hands down, I'm going to say, what I said about the Batmobile, it's still not the worst Batmobile I've ever seen. Now, the unforgivable sin above all Batmobiles was the Dago Batmobile from, what was it, Batman and Robin? That one is unforgivable. I refuse to accept that as a Batmobile. It is not allowed to wear the Batmobile name under any circumstances. Just call it the Neon Stain and move it along.
Let's be honest, okay? Batman and Robin is the Green Lantern of that franchise.
I'm sorry, neon lights all over the Batmobile. That was just dumb.
Alexia says she wants to make a cameo again.
Yeah, next week. All right, so we're done with that one. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm thoroughly excited, looking forward to it. I want to see it. Oh, it's Cave Jam time. Let's do Cave Jam.
Time.
This Cave Jam is for all my case modders out there. I bought 2 of these. And you guys have actually already seen these in some of the pictures the week before. I bought these for the liquor server. Many of you guys have been asking. I'm going to do an update here soon on the liquor server, but I wanted to showcase these things. And what this is these are what is it called? The AC Infinity Black Ventilation Grill. And what they are is if you have a cabinet that you need 120 mil fan holes, or even if you're going to do like those ventilation ducts, this is perfect for those. And the reason being is one, it comes with, and they're good for 120 mil case fans. So they mount up like so, and they look really good. They've got these nice hexagonal meshes on them, which you can remove. It comes with grills for the back of the fans. So if you're going to have them inside, you can actually protect your fingers. I need these.
Yes,
if you guys don't know better, I smash my fingers.
Those.
They are aluminum. Nice thin aluminum. They're beveled. They're really nice. No sharp edges. I like these. These are like $20 for one of them. They come in a kit like this. And
they're safe for Ray to work with. That
somewhat
makes me happy.
Somewhat. You get 3 fan grills and all the necessary screws. So you get wood screws to screw these directly into like wood. You get 120 or case fan standard black ones. Long threads. And what these are for is so you can mount the fans directly to them and run the bolts all the way through. So you've got the nut and the long bolts to go directly through the fans, and they give you a second set. So you've got 4 in here and 2 sets in here. So that's all the screws for all 3 fans. Wood screws to mount them for the 4 mounting holes. Pretty thin. They're really nice. It does kind of have a slight U shape to it, but once you mount the fans into it, it'll flatten right out. So this is perfect For all you case modders that are like someone like me, like I'm building a liquor server and a computer, I needed airflow, and this is so I can have plenty of fanage on the hard drives. So yeah, they come with all the necessary screws to mount fans to them. If you are even going to do that, I bought 2 of these. So I've got this set here and a second one here. I don't even know if I need the second one, but I bought it in case because they were only $20. $20 on Amazon. And I double checked this afternoon. $20. So for you, you guys need to mount some fans, and like especially you guys who are custom making your table. Your computers in the desks, computers in the tables. I've seen people build computers into the end tables, stuff like that. Here you go. And the nice thing is you can cut out, like what I'm going to do with mine is I wanted something that would be flush with what I'm working with, but something where I can pull all the fans out in one assembly and then service them, replace them, whatever, and then put it all back in one shot. And all you got to do is cut out a hole big enough for the fans to fit into, and then this goes over and gives you a nice clean look. So
nice.
Yeah, $20, can't beat it. Real good stuff. Did you post a link? Yes, you did. I saw that. Yay! So this is the AC Infinity Black ventilation grill. They make various ones. They actually have 3 different styles of this. One with a single fan, one with a dual fan. I bought this one because I'm going to have 8 hard drives loaded in my system, in my home server. So I wanted 320 mils to pull out enough air on top of the 320 mils that the radiator is going to mount to. So,
Kara says she needs a new computer.
Yes, don't we all?
Yes.
So, all right. Where did my... Whee. All right, we're done with that. Moving on.
Now, before we move on to the next one,
yes, go ahead.
Eric brought up a question in regards to... he says, do you think Joaquin Phoenix would have been a better Penguin than Joker?
No.
I think Joaquin Phoenix...
He was okay. His adaptation of a Joker, I still not... The character he played was really well... I want to see what this new actor, what's his name, and I don't have my notes in front of me. I want to see what he does. Now that I've seen what he looks like and the look he's going for, I'm all in for it right now. I'm sold on it.
Colin Farrell, wasn't it?
Colin Farrell, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really sold on Colin Farrell playing Penguin.
This Penguin, yeah. I'm curious to see that. I'm looking forward to it. Colin Farrell is a decent actor. I respect his chops. So yeah, I'm curious to see how he brings that character to life.
Yeah. As for whether I think he could probably do it, but right now I'm sold on Colin Farrell. I saw the look. We're going to see what the acting's like here in a short while. Maybe who knows when they're going to release another movie, because I know it's supposed to be out next year. So
yeah,
we've got some time.
Carrie's begging to. She wants to
who can build me a computer. Well, you know I can. Just talk to me. Hit me up tomorrow, and we can talk budget and stuff like that. You just can't tell me build a computer. We gotta get some details, some info on what the budget's like, what you're looking for, and then we can go from there. All right. Anything else we gotta bring up?
I think that is it.
So it is time to talk about something I was really excited about: Suicide Squad. Oh. Kill the Justice League trailer got dropped, and the links down below to the video. I am so looking forward to this. Rocksteady has built this Suicide Squad game in their Batman Arkham universe, which is separate from the regular DC Batman universe. This is kind of their own that they've been working on with all the Batman and DC games. I am so on board with this. Mm-hmm. And those of you guys don't realize, noticed, if you guys watch the video, basically what happens is in this video, they're like, you're being sent off to go after the alpha target. And then you find out it's Superman, and Superman literally kills a pilot. And what we know is that the
Justice League is taken over by the Hive Mind, right?
Yep. I believe is it Brainiac or the Hive Mind?
Let me look.
But needless to say, Superman's been taken over, and he's being controlled. They are being sent in to kill him. Now, the whole point of the game is it's a 4-person squad game. So this is going to be a Rocksteady game in the universe where it's multiplayer. And the whole point of it is you can either, if you're playing a single player, you can switch between one of the 4 characters because you're going to be playing a 4-man squad, or up to 4 friends can play if I read that correctly. And what's awesome is you can already kind of tell the different play styles of each character. So you have King Shark, which obviously he's going to be your melee, your big bruiser, your tank.
That's your tank, yep.
Then you've got, on the opposite end of that, you have Deadshot, which is going to be your medium to pretty much being your ranged fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have the 2 other ones are going to be in between. I'm going to say Harley Quinn is going to be your melee to medium range, which because she's got the hammer, but she's also got the pistol. And then you're going to have your medium to long range, which is going to fill in the gap between Harley and Deadshot, because he's going to be your medium to long range, because he's going to have the boomerang and he's going to have the I believe he's got a pistol.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I'm really on board with that. I think that's going to be some. I'm really looking forward to playing some games with some people on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting.
Squadding it up.
Yeah, and it's Brainiac.
It is Brainiac. So basically,
Seemingly
Brainiac is taking over Superman.
Yep.
And mind controlling him, and he's just whipping monkey butt all over Metropolis. And yeah, you guys are being sent in to kill Superman, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, to say the least.
But it's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. They haven't given a whole lot about it, but let's see here. I do know. See, wasn't there? I can't remember. I did the notes on it, and I've lost it. The notes on the actor that's voicing. Wasn't it like a WWE star that's doing the voice for King Shark?
I'm looking at it.
I know I had it here, and I can't. And the problem is a lot of the information is getting hard because Rocksteady got nailed by a bunch of sexual harassment kind of news and stuff like that. So I really hope they get all that under control, because I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be, like I said, guys. I'm going to be playing this. I'm going to want some of you guys to join in on this, because I am so looking forward to it. It's going to be PlayStation, Xbox. Now they haven't said, but I'm presuming this is going to be both a PS5 and an Xbox Series X title, as well as I'm assuming they're going to make PS4, PS5, both current Xbox and future Xbox. That's kind of what I'm going to stick to, because those names are just ridiculously tongue twisters to say.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft's getting a little ridiculous with their naming scheme. But yeah, I am so looking. It's designed. Now we're still a ways off. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. The video, let's see, yeah, PlayStation 5, Windows PC, and Windows Xbox Series X. So it's probably not going to be current. It's not coming out to 2022. So we got 2 years to plan this out, guys. Now, I'm hoping, please someone tell me this is not going to be a Microsoft or Epic Store exclusive. I don't care that there's other platforms out there. I don't like exclusives to try to force people onto their platform. It's just, I hate it. And I know businesses do it and stuff like that, but just make it on my Steam, please. I've got too many games there to wander off anywhere else. And I'm tired of having 5 and 6, game and, launchers. I've complained about that before, so.
He has, folks.
But I am so looking forward to this. They've also got the Xbox. Like I said, not a whole lot's coming out, because like I said, we're 2 years away. There's still so much they're going to be working on. This was just kind of something they released for the DC fandom event, and I'm so looking forward to it.
It is the WWE superstar Samoa Joe.
Thank you.
Who voices King Shark.
No, but have they announced who else is doing it? Because it kind of sounded like. Can we not say that Rocksteady seems to know how to nail Harley Quinn down?
Right. Tara Strong is voicing Harley Quinn.
Okay. Okay, she does a really good job. She does a very good job. I so far I was sucked in that was Harley Quinn, so I got to give it to her.
And that's all I'm finding are those two names.
Well, they're still short on releasing information. Like I said, we're 2 years away.
Yeah, so we've got time, but
we got plenty of time.
We'll definitely be looking for that so that we can share that as soon as we find it up.
Yeah, Evil Superman.
It's going to be interesting how this particular squad is going to go about killing Superman.
Well, the Justice League as a whole, but we're going to see. We'll see.
Right.
I think it's going to be really cool. Like I said, it's a 4. If it's anything like, it's going to be open world. So if you guys have played any of the Batman Arkham Asylum or any of the Batman games or Batman Knights that's coming out, you know what you're in for. It's just here's the city. Have fun.
Ellen says, I wish they'd make that into a movie. That'd be interesting.
I kind of wish too, but unfortunately someone would mess it up.
I could see an animated movie.
I loved the Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn, what is it? Birds of Prey. That's the movie I was talking about. The Birds of Prey movie was absolutely great. I think the outfits were a little out there, a little too wild for Harley, but it worked. It worked.
I was heartbroken when I found out that the sequel to that was canceled.
Because they badly they didn't know what they were doing on marketing. Mm-hmm. They failed miserably at it, and by the time they made the changes that would have been right, they just like I said, there was a lot of things they did absolutely right in the movie. It was just that the fight scenes could have been so much better. Mm-hmm. They were just really, really cheesy.
They could have been.
I think they blew. The vast majority of their budget on the exploding chemical factory, and they didn't have didn't have much left on the rest of the movie. So, yep. So there you go. 2022.
Although, someone out there has to agree with me. Mm-hmm. That breakfast sandwich looked delicious.
Oh my God! Yes. I want one too.
I'm working on that recipe. When I have it down, I will bring it in, and we won't have a candy challenge that week. That'll be just a tasty morsel.
Yeah, Carrie, they canceled the Birds of Prey sequel. Which here's the thing, though: the second to Birds of Prey wouldn't have had Harley Quinn in. It would have been just, and then once the problem is Harley Quinn's the only one they actually saw as marketable. And let's face it, Huntress should have been a better character. She should have
been written better. I can see that.
Exactly. I thought the actress was absolutely great. But the problem was she was just so unsure of herself, and so I think Huntress should have been more calculating, she should have been more fierce, not this, I'm killing people, but I'm so insecure, and it's just like, I thought that was just a bad choice for her. I really did. I thought she should have been a much stronger character. But it is what it is.
I would agree with you.
All right. So, is it candy challenge time?
It is, but I want to go to a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Carrie asked a few minutes ago off subject. I didn't want to bring it up because we were in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted Face the Music. I have not seen it yet.
Is it out or is it just?
I don't know if it's out, but I saw the trailer for it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm going to be watching the first two just to get myself ready for it.
I don't know. I wasn't sold when I saw I'm gonna go see it just because it has what's his name? Okay, you have the two main actors.
Mm-hmm. Bill and Ted. Oh, and Death. They're bringing Death back. I cannot.
No, who is the two main actors?
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna watch it because of Keanu Reeves. Sorry, I'm brain farting on. I need to drink more. But I'm gonna watch it because of Keanu Reeves, but I'm not looking forward to it. Everything I've saw thus so far it doesn't hit with me. It really doesn't. So far, from what I saw, it was
Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves.
Alex Winter. And I really wanted to see... honestly, part of me was like, I don't want to see a sequel to this because I thought they ended it well and there was no real... The commercial has not made me want to go see it. The commercial for it, the trailer that's come out, has not made me want to go see it. I'm gonna say that much. I probably will just because of Keanu Reeves, but yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to go too much on that. We don't have time to go do too many tangents tonight.
That's
I'm sorry.
Whole nother thing.
But that's a whole other thing. But so far, just be my honest opinion. I saw the trailer. I'm not sold on it. Just the way it is. Candy challenge. Let's knock this out real quick. So tonight's candy challenge is Jelly Belly, pancakes, and maple syrup.
Yeah.
Now, the last time we had anything that was maple syrup flavored was
I can smell it already.
The Peeps. Dude, the bag is sealed and I can smell it. That's how pungent these are.
This smells like
I'm going to open
maple
this right
syrup. Ellen's watching them as well. Yeah, you're talking about the Bill and Ted movies, right? Yes.
And I liked the first one. The second movie... See, here's the thing. I liked the first one. The second movie was just not as good for me. It was okay. And I'm afraid the third one's going to follow downwards. And from what I was hoping they wouldn't. But then when I saw the trailer, I was like, this hasn't sold me. So, all right. Wow, that really does... That's maple.
That's maple.
That's maple.
It tastes better than insects.
It does. It just tastes like it's got like a hint of butter and a hint of maple. That's what I'm getting.
It makes me think of pancakes.
It's okay.
It's not bad. I'm gonna eat them.
You eat them. I'm not anymore. I had 2 jelly beans. I'm done. That's all I want. Then you get this out of my taste out of my mouth. I like pancakes. I like waffles. I don't like them artificial like that. Sorry. They're okay. They're okay.
It's all right. Hey.
I know some people that like these. I've talked to some people. I got them because it's like, okay, we're going to try those. Because the last time we had anything maple syrup, they're interesting. And if anyone wants to try them, I know a few people that'll probably like these. They are made by Jelly Belly. Made in the USA from U.S. and imported ingredients. Wow, I am having a hard time with that.
It's not bad. Fat-free, gluten-free, peanut-free, and only 4 calories per bean.
Okay, they're jelly beans. It is illegal to read the nutritional facts. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
They're interesting. They're very much interesting.
I'm punishing myself.
Honestly, I know some people are going to like these. Actually, I think I already know people that like these. Mm-hmm. I got them because it was just like we needed to. I knew what was coming up in the next few weeks. So I wanted a candy challenge that was just a little bit, kind of a breeze through.
By the way, tonight's Happy Juice is
was it
Healing
Irish
whiskey. It's pretty good. I forgot to bring the bottle and set it on the table. My bad.
The look on Gary goes, "Well, the look on your face, Gary."
But then you keep eating them.
Yep. Button for punishment.
All right. I don't quit.
Yeah, he is not a quitter. All right, I think it's time to go move on because we need to get to the meat of the show.
The meat.
Meat, because we ran a little bit over like we normally do. I picked 3 articles because there was so much to talk about, and we're getting to the last bit.
Yes, Carrie says she'll try some with Happy Juice. You should do that.
This is something that's very important to me. I got hit up. I got messaged on Instagram. Or no. I got posted. If you guys go to the website, there's a link down below that goes to my website, and it's about Hardly Workin. And the original director creator for it messaged on there, goes, "Dude, I was notified of." Let me see if I got it on here. Let me pull it up. So all of a sudden, I get a notification that's Sony. He goes, "Thanks so much for posting about it. And today is the 20th anniversary. Holy cow! It's been a real long time since I watched this, and damn, it's really cool to see it uploaded from those original 640 by 480 days." Okay. He goes on, but he's like, it's like he posted on my website. He goes, "Dude, this is so cool," and I was blown away because you got to understand. Hardly Working was one of the first machinimas that I watched that blew my mind. Now, Hardly Working came out 20 years ago on August 22nd. It is what we call a machinima, which is machine-generated movies. It is a short. It is like 16 minutes long.
Yeah, about that.
And the entire video runs out of Quake 2. You can actually download it. If you go to my website, you can actually download the files and play it. Now, in its original iteration, and I kept the original files, it tells you to run, I think it's GL Quake or WinQuake, at 640 by 480. The reason being is the original game had some extreme limitations. And you can see down below, for those of you guys watch the video, you can see the images right here. That was kind of where he set all the graphics. Now, I wanted to go through and try to rerun the game, or rerun this video under Quake 2, but run it at 1920 by 1080. And I'd say 85% of the video looks great. But there are some flaws because he originally made it, and there's a couple of things here. It was 4:3, whereas, say, standard is 16:9. And the game was originally written for 640 by 480, a very low resolution. So some of the added textures, if you go back and watch it, or if you click the link, you can go to YouTube and watch it. I uploaded 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames per second. And you'll see that some of the textures don't quite line up. And I did my best because it's not like the textures are, you got to think in the game world, it isn't like the textures are aligned on center and out. They're aligned on point 00, which is up here. Or up here. And then it goes over this way. It's kind of weird. So you'll notice that some of the textures, but with Quake, because it's starting over here, but 69, slightly over here, there's always a gap. It's really weird. But this is the 20th anniversary of Hardly Working, when the Ill Clan released it. Now, the Ill Clan was several friends, and that worked on this. And I do remember reading an article somewhere, and I tried finding it before this so I can quote it, but I can't find it. And one of the main reason they did this was they had kind of gone through college and for cinematography and stuff like that. They couldn't afford a lot of the high-end equipment, cameras, video editing systems, and stuff like that. But they played video games, and they knew the video games that there was tools being released for people to make their own videos. So they decided, let's make videos, let's make movies, machinima movies, in Quake and Quake 2. And actually, if you go back, you'll notice this is the 20th anniversary of Hardly Working. There was a prequel to that called Apartment Huntin'. Apartment Huntin' came in Quake 1. Hardly Working was in Quake 2. So the other day, and I asked him if I can quote him, and he did. The gentleman's name is Paul Moreno. And I hope I'm saying his name right. I haven't actually spoke to him. I've only seen his name. You guys know I'm horrible with names. He had posted. He goes, "Today marks the 20th anniversary of an animated short that bent the trajectory of my life's timeline. A machinima project called Hardly Workin', which was developed by our team at the time, the Ill Clan. The short was made in the game Quake 2 using improvised dialogue by Palm Giannicola, John Clavis, and Michael Damalani. I'm probably butchering names, and I apologize, gentlemen. Sound by Manu Smith, music by Manu and Paul, John too. Custom models designed by Matt and Frank Del Rio as directory of photography and project manager, and then behind the scenes cobbling it together in Quake 2. It was a virtual project. Wow, I'm having a hard. I need another drink. It was a virtual production. a precursor to how some pandemic-era productions are being done today, a.k.a. The Mandalorian, where John, Matt, Paul puppeteered the characters of Larry and Lenny Lumberjack and Cook Carl, respectively, in real time, while Frank was our camera person, recorded their actions and movements, and Manu recorded the improvised voiceover as well as triggered sound. Music events during the necessary cues. All of the takes were recorded in Quake 2's demo format and then edited back together using a combination of key grip and notepad, so it could play back in the game engine itself. The recording took a few weekends. The asset creation and editing took well over a year. The short went on to gain some attention, winning a few awards and gave us opportunities to perform with the characters in front of live audiences. They did take these characters on TV. If I remember correctly, I believe there was some like Larry and Lenny on the campaign trail, and there was some other stuff. And then he goes on and talks about how he pointed me to AudioCraZ's video, who basically I took it and tried to run it at 1920 by 1080 as respective as possible. And so yeah, this is the 20th anniversary of their release of one of the best machinimas I've ever watched, mostly from the... apologize. I'm having a hard time. I'm watching chat and it's throwing me off. But please continue, guys. I'm loving the comments. They're catching me off. This one is one of the few machinimas, like most machinimas you'll watch, or Quake 2 demo movies you'll watch, that use, as far as I can tell, do not use a single asset from the game. They made every asset themselves, like every texture, all the character models. Except for one. There's one character model that was carried over from the previous apartment hunt, and it's kind of a take back. But the guy that was selling the apartment. Beyond that, all the assets, all the animations and stuff were all made from scratch. It was well done. Kudos to the guys that made it. I'm happy they caught it and were able to. It's like, hey, it's their 20th anniversary. We have, and just kind of a little announcement, Paul Moreno, the developer, he is an ex-BioWare dev, so you guys may recognize some of his work from doing cinematics, and the cinematics lead in Star Wars The Old Republic and the
Mass Effect
franchise. Next week, we have him on. I'm going to have him on the show. He's going to be audio remoted in because he's in Texas. But he's going to be on the show next week. We're going to be talking with him. I'm going to go more into detail about this. This is I just want to go in mostly into this is the 20th anniversary. I hope everybody goes to and watches the video. It's really great. It took me a bit of work to play with various updated engines to get it to work. But yeah, next week, Paul Moreno's going to be on. I'm so excited to talk with him because there's so much I want to ask him, both on the apartment hunting and hardly working. I want to talk about the production side of those. Then I also wanted to talk with him about some of his recent projects. But I'm really excited about that. But yeah, the 20th anniversary of the Ill Clan's hardly working. And if there's one thing I can lead into, and this is kind of where I want to go with this, to let you guys know, if you guys know I kind of hinted at the beginning of this, those of you guys who are talking about doing things, just do them. Just get them done. If there's a limitation, sometimes that limitation is there to help spawn your creativity. What I saw... especially if you look at their early works, go back and watch. They were extreme. They did very, very limited, but they still did one of the best Quake 1 machinimas with doing very little modification to the game. They only changed a couple of the assets. They basically just did some retextures. That's it. And they made one of the funniest and one of the best machinimas for Quake 1, in my opinion. And then for Quake 2, hands down, they did the best polished work. And I know they've gone on to bigger, they progressed quite a bit in their life, going on to better jobs. But I believe that it's still to this day. The reason why I did that video was because I loved it so much. It was something that caught me off guard. And if there's anything I can tell anybody is don't let limitations stop you from doing something.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sometimes limitations are the precursor to amazing ideas. And there's hundreds and hundreds of examples of that. This is one of them. They basically couldn't afford video equipment, but they were very familiar with games, and they decided to do it. If I remember correctly, I could have swore that I read that somewhere. But regardless, you guys want to make a video and you can't, there's easy ways of grabbing a camera phone and then editing that video. In the spirit of with what Machinima was, I kind of wish it would come back the way it used to be, but it's moved on to other things. But if I can tell anybody out there is don't let limitations stop you. Let them make you creative, because you will find sometimes something that's stopping you will help spawn a better idea. And I hope everybody takes that to heart. If you've got ideas to do stuff and you're hitting a roadblock, don't look at that roadblock as a stopping point, but look at it as a creative point. Yeah, exactly.
It's a creative challenge. Case in point, look at us here. I mean, we're a couple of guys who've worked together, been friends for years. This was an idea Ray had in his head. He worked at it. He chipped away at it. He brought me in on it later. And here we are, coming to you every week, I mean, no, we're not where we want to be ultimately yet, but it's a road and we're on it and we're doing it. So I echo what Ray says, if you have an idea, you may not be able to tell the story you want to tell, but there's no reason you can't tell a story at whatever point you're at.
Yeah. Sometimes you've got to, let me put it to you this way. Some of the best things that have come out have been forced by extreme limitations. And I'll give you another, like Hardly Working, the guys, what they did with the Quake 1, Quake 2 engine.
Star Wars?
No, I'm going to tell you this. Look at Deadpool is another example of that. They were given a very small budget. And they made a fantastic movie because instead of going, we can't, they just went, all right, what can we do? And they made a fabulous movie with, let's face it, movies are going with $200 million budgets and they got a $70 million just to shut up and go away. And so they made their movie and it was an absolutely blockbuster movie. And it is well known out there that limitations will father amazing results if you allow them. So I'm one of those people, like I have so many people, and those you guys have hit me up. I know there's a bunch of people out there that have hit me up like, hey, I've got these projects I want to do. I am more willing, I want to help people. I do. There's a lot of people I do want to help. If I shoot out stuff, a lot of people think I'm telling them don't do stuff. My first impression is I want to warn people of things to be careful of. Don't let that make you think that I'm telling what you do is a bad idea. I'm trying to give you information solely on the purpose that when you continue moving forward, you've got a better idea of what to expect. So
it's a good piece of advice.
Exactly, and I've had a few people hit me up on future projects. I've got like several podcasts that people want to get started. I got people wanting to do YouTube videos. And I want to help. I want to work with all of you guys. I really, really do. My time is limited, but you guys come at me. It's one of those things I'm not going to chase you down. Bring it to me, and let's talk shop. But I'm not chasing anybody down because the only thing I'm chasing is my kids.
There you go.
And that's where I'm at on it. I'm not telling you guys no. I'm telling you, bring it to me. Let's make it happen. Let's see here. Carrie Paddock. Would Keanu Reeves make a good Batman? Absolutely not.
I don't believe so either.
He does not have the character. I think.
See, I think
he would make a good Scarecrow.
People look at his John Wick character, and they say, "Yeah, he can play a really good dramatic character. He can play a badass."
Oh yeah. I think would make an amazing Scarecrow.
Batman is different. Scarecrow, I could see Scarecrow.
I think he would have played a better Scarecrow. But then again, the last Scarecrow we got was really good. I forget that actor's name.
Yeah. But just like I don't think Johnny Depp would make a good Batman.
The best way to give someone the bird is to prove them wrong. Exactly.
I like that.
I'm going to tell you guys this, and then, like I said, I'm taking. I know I'm kind of hijacking the 20th anniversary. Please go watch it. It's absolutely. I love that. It's literally one of my favorite machinimas ever made. That's why it was actually one of the first couple of ones that I've re-rendered out to 1920 by 1080. It was the most challenging one too. It literally was. I spent a fair amount of time trying to get as close as possible. I'm now on the edge of I want to see if I can remaster it with permission. I'm going to see if I can do it, and then I'm going to ask him permission. But I don't know. I literally have to teach myself all the tools. And I'm thinking I want to do that just so I can learn the tools, because I'm seriously thinking about, I've had an idea for I've told you about it. I've had an idea for doing a movie, a short film, or a movie short, whatever, for a long time. I've literally been, like, every now and then I pick it up and I work on it a little bit more, probably for the past couple of years. Someone's knocking on my door. But it's one of those deals where, you go answer that? Yeah. Sorry about that. Someone's banging on our door and I don't know why. So it's one of those that don't ever rush an idea. Mine's far from done, so it'll be something I'm working on here in a little bit, in a couple of years. But it's one of those that, sorry, someone's knocking on my front door, and I don't know who it is. But anyway, continuing on. I hate it when I get sidetracked. I really do. I apologize about that. And I got to carry on because he's had to walk away from the computer, and I got to sit here and babble on. Best way to give someone the bird is to prove them wrong. Yeah. And I've done that myself, actually. When I originally started doing this, and this is more advice I want to tell you people. You're going to find there's always going to be someone that's going to make fun of what you do, is going to tell you what you're doing is wrong. When someone does that, you know you're on the right track. That's the best advice I can give.
Exactly.
When I first started doing this, you don't know how many people I worked with as stagehands. Literally just tried to make as much jokes as possible. Now I've got a few of those stagehands that are hitting me up for ideas and want to talk about doing videos and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'd love to. Talk crap all you want. I'm going to do what I want to do. And even if I'm not successful, I'm having so much fun doing this. I'm not the best at it. I'm really not. But I love what I do.
We do have a lot of fun doing this, and we love all of you for joining with us.
It's so much fun.
Having fun with us.
Gary, they want to sell you solar.
They want to sell you, yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, if you guys get a chance, go and watch the Hardly Working. Go check it out. Like I said, hands down, you got to remember, that was done back in Quake 2 time, and I had the disc here to hold up and to show you guys, and I neglected to. Go and watch it, and just be amazed that these guys literally were playing a video game, not really playing a video game, but using a video game to make a movie. And this was a year-long project to do 16 minutes, which is not that bad, actually. If you think of what it takes to make a 2-hour movie, takes several
years. Yeah. So that's really good, in my opinion.
I mean, the bulk of their work was texture work, model work, and stuff like that. And that does take time. And then all the editing and stuff. So,
yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Carrie Paddock. So many things I want to do, but I'm very limited because I'm taking care of my mom. That's fine. What I tell with people is, like, if you've got a voice, do a podcast. Sometimes it's not even about other people listening. It's just about you getting out what you want to say.
That's a really
and I'm
good
a very,
piece of
very
advice,
strong proponent of telling people to do that. Get your voice out there. There's no reason why anybody cannot do that. And I so wholly support everybody doing that. You'll be amazed at who will be really interested in hearing what you have to say. So that's where I kind of wanted to go with that. Like I said, next year Paul's going to be on the show. I've got a lot to talk about. I'm trying to get a bit more information. We will not be there'll be some things we can't talk to him about, but that's just part of the gaming industry. Current projects, he's working on stuff, but definitely go check it out. I am seriously thinking about. I literally got the idea of making my movie in the Quake 2, trying to make a Quake 2 movie out of it, just for the simple fact of doing a Quake 2 movie current today. I think would be absolutely awesome because it would be kind of a retro thing, and it's not like it would be one. It wouldn't cost me anything because everything is already there.
Yeah.
So.
If it's the project that I think you're talking about, that would be really interesting to do.
Yeah, I believe it's the one I was talking to you about. So
yeah.
Anyway, go and check them out. Like I said, I'd give you guys Paul Moreno's information, but I think most of his you can find him on Twitter, but you can you'd have to send him a friend invite for Instagram because he does have a private account. Yeah. Which he doesn't have. It's mostly just his stuff there. Oh, he's also a 501st member, if I remember correctly. I know he's got a Boba Fett costume, and I believe he's a 501st. But yeah, Paul Moreno will be on the show next week. I did spend some time getting all that set up. So, Terry Paddock, you should do Ellen. Carrie, I was in the same boat, and then I get in at art pouring. Oh, she does some great art pouring. We got a clock here. I don't have it up, but she sent us a clock. For art pouring, and it's absolutely amazing. She's also the one.
It's over your other shoulder.
This one right here.
Yes.
This picture that's right behind me. That's from Ellen. She did an amazing job on that. That's my little ocean wave picture behind me. So, and I'm still grateful for that one.
His piece of tranquility in this chaotic thing that we do here.
So, all right, I think we're going to end the show for tonight. Kind of did some tangents, and someone knocking on the door kind of
threw everything off.
Threw me. It messed me up real good. So, anyway, go check out the video. Hardly Working. Go. The O clans. The clan itself is not together, but the guys are still friends, so they still message each other. I was noticing that on some of their, tagging each other and stuff.
That's cool.
So, they're still friends. They're all of the guys have moved on. Like I said, what they started there as friends, they have all become working in the gaming industry. So definitely go check out their stuff. Go follow them. Go find them on social media. And then next week we will have them on the show. So tonight I got to go answer the door because obviously those people are banging away and they're not being patient. And we will talk to you guys. See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.